We are right on the edge of the next huge leap in artificial intelligence. It's a massive shift, moving away from just simple conversation and into real, actual, autonomous action. So let's get into it. Our explainer on the rise of AI agents.
At this point, you've almost certainly had a conversation with an AI, right? Whether you're asking a chatbot for some info or getting help from customer service, it's just become a totally normal part of our lives.
But here's the question that changes everything. What if that AI could go beyond just talking and actually start doing things for you? That's the leap we're about to explore.
So let's start right there, by really understanding this fundamental shift from conversation to action. This is the core idea that separates everything we've known from what's just around the corner.
Okay, let's make this distinction crystal clear. Think of it like this. A chatbot is kind of like a librarian who can tell you which aisle a book is in. An AI agent? Well, that's like a research assistant who actually goes to the aisle, pulls the book, reads the important chapters, and then brings you a summary. See the difference? One talks, the other acts.
So, the key thing to get here is that a smart AI agent is driven by a purpose. It's not just sitting there waiting for your next question. Nope. You give it a goal, and its entire focus is on seeing that goal through to the end, all on its own.
And here's a quick look at how it pulls that off. An agent doesn't just react. It has what you could call an action logic. It starts by understanding your big picture goal. Then it figures out the context, like which apps does it need, where's the data, and then it just executes a series of steps until, boom, the task is done.
Now let's see how this concept is already building out what people are calling the new digital workforce. We're going to go on a quick tour of the major players who are shaping this whole landscape right now.
First up, Google's Gemini agent. Its superpower, it's deeply embedded inside the whole Google ecosystem. We're talking Docs, Sheets, Gmail, it lives there. And it automates all those routine office tasks so well that it's saving the average user about 105 minutes every single week. That's huge.
Next, you've got OpenAI's ChatGPT agent. This one is all about being versatile. Instead of needing some special connection, it just operates a web browser. Like a human. It literally looks at the screen, understands what it's seeing, and then starts clicking buttons and filling out forms. You can throw almost any website at it. Then there's Microsoft's whole suite of Copilot agents, and these are built from the ground up for big business. They're focused on security, compliance, and of course, deep integration with the entire Microsoft 365 universe. And get this, over 60% of Fortune 500 companies are already using Copilot. It's a massive player.
And check out this specialist, Devin. This agent is designed to be an AI software engineer. In its early tests, it successfully solved almost 14% of real-world coding problems from start to finish. From the initial prompt to a fully working solution. That's a 7-fold improvement over older AI coding tools. It's not just suggesting code, it writes, tests, and debugs it.
And believe me, the field is just exploding with these specialists. For example, Amazon Q is built to centralize all of a company's knowledge. Meta's agent is perfect for e-commerce right inside Instagram and WhatsApp chats. And Replic's agent? It makes coding accessible to anybody, right in their web browser.
Okay, but with all of this amazing power and automation, there are some very real risks. We absolutely have to talk about the ethical lines we need to draw and why human oversight is more critical than it's ever been.
This quote from our source material really just nails it. The goal here should be to use agents as these powerful tools that support our own judgment, not as some way to pass the buck when things go wrong.
And here are the major concerns we've got to manage. If we lean on them too much, our own skills could get rusty, and we might miss subtle but important errors. Giving agents wide open access to our data obviously creates huge privacy risks. And if we don't know how an agent made a decision, then who's really accountable for the outcome?
So let's bring all this home and look at the big picture. Our automated future and what this tech really means for the way we all work and live.
The first thing to really get is that this is not some distant sci-fi concept. The global market for AI agents was already worth over $7 billion in 2025. This technology is not just here, it's a rapidly growing industry right now.
So if there's one thing you walk away with from this explainer, let it be this. Agents are tools for augmentation. They're on track to become a standard part of our digital toolkit, changing the nature of our jobs by handling all the routine stuff. And that frees us up for the work that needs real critical thinking and creativity.
And that leaves us with one final, pretty big question.
As these autonomous systems get more and more integrated into our daily workflows, they start to feel less like tools and maybe a little more like members of the team. So the question isn't just about the technology anymore, it's about us. Are we ready to manage our new digital coworkers?